All right, we're gonna actually try a nice slow pan and scan so that you can get a really nice view of everything that's now going on in the van. Because this is indeed the back of the van. I haven't put the license plates on yet because I actually need to get an American tag holder or plate holder because, as I said, this thing went over to LA or Japan for 25 years. But here she is. Aaron's over there trying to hide out because he knows I'm making a video and he doesn't want to be on it now. He just left giggling like, nope, I'm out of here.
I'm coming back. I'm going to grab something to eat.
All right. But yeah, here is the interior. So those are the couple of fans I use through the night to keep it nice and cool in here. Those actually are powered by the USB, which plugs into the Jackery. Those fans use about a watt at a time, so they don't even use like 15% of the Jackery through the entire night. Those two pieces of decor, I actually Velcroed down so they're going to stay in place. Jackery has a nice little spot to sit there out of the way. This is another big piece actually from my home, and this was it's just like a big, obviously, outdoor lantern. But what I did is I took all the Christmas lights I have for now and put them in there, and then used a couple pieces of my origami paper to just give it a nice front and not be so blinding by the lights. I also have all the regular lights up, which are kind of flickering. That's interesting. The last little bit of laundry that I did today that I haven't put away yet. There's the whole bed. Come back down this way. There's the toilet, which I just kind of have the blinds hang out on. Little stash spot underneath the hurricane lamp for just random things. There we go. That is the true interior of the van at this point. That right there is a 5-foot table that folds in half and just fits right there. So I've got a huge 5-foot table to now bring out underneath the awning or just out into the sunny weather. But yeah, that is truly finally front to back of the van and what she's looking like nowadays. And I'll get on and show you my mug for a moment too. Talk to you in a sec. All right, and here I am. I'm actually gonna go ahead. No, I guess I can do this. And then actually do that. I'm gonna turn a couple of these off because I don't really need them right now. The remote is over there in the door and I just don't feel like going over and getting it, so we'll just turn a few of these off. There we go. There we are. So yeah, a lot of stuff's done with the van, folks. As you saw by that little video. The only things really left to check off for the van itself is a double burner. I would eventually like to get a hot plate double burner, so that, because right now I just have a little butane driven stove, which I'm going to use for the first day or so while I'm out and about. And I also have a feeling I'm going to grab a burger here and there too, so I don't even know if I'm going to need it right away. It is something that's definitely on the list, but I think that can wait until I get back from doing this exploratory weekend at the beach and go from there. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to really finally do an actual look at the van, since I have not done that for a while. Anyway, block some of that light for a moment. Hi. Hopefully it's not so late that that's going to burn the whole camera again. I've seen it a couple of times where like my hair on one of these was almost glowing and looking like it was on fire. I had so much backlight going on. But I know if I don't have some backlight, it gets so dark in here so quick that it's hard to see. Oh, and if you'll notice, I'm not wearing a Johnny Cash t-shirt for the first time in like 4 or 5 freaking videos. Which is actually one of the things I wanted to go over real quick as to why I want to get out of this apartment complex. this one, and I've mentioned this before, so I don't know how much I've mentioned this before, and I apologize if I've mentioned all of this before. But almost 7 years ago now is when I first moved into this place. And it was $9.25 a month back then. Nowadays it's about $1,200 a month. It's not the worst rise in prices. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, especially with being in Portland with all the craziness. I mean, I'm in Beaverton, but that's Portland adjacent. So trust me, the rents have skyrocketed out here too. And I actually probably still have one of the least expensive places for the amount of size I have, because I have a 2-bedroom that's a little over 900 square feet, and it's all mine. So that shows you how much I'm really condensing down in space too. But some of the things over the last year and a half, because some of this was right before the pandemic hit, a different company bought the complex itself. It used to be North Stevens, and now it's a little more independent, like conglomerate of guys that are buying smaller complexes throughout the Beaverton, Lake Oswego area. So this is not the greatest part of Beaverton. I mean, compared to many other places, Beaverton is a charming little burb for sure. But we have a little spot of meth and freaks and things like that. And because I'm in the cheap spot of Beaverton, they're around here from time to time. To help combat that for a while, we actually had finally gotten a fence put up alongside where my bedroom window is. Because I'm ground level, like literally ground level. My windows are level with the ground. So, you know, I'm like about a third submerged on my side. And so from the very beginning, I mean, I won't lie, I had people going by my window like 2 to 3 feet away from my window at all times. And I know that they weren't meaning harm by that. They're just people that weren't thinking first about how would it feel if somebody was walking 2-3 feet in front of my window? How would I feel about that? To them, instead it was just a shortcut. For me, it felt like I never had privacy in my bedroom whatsoever. You know, even if I just wanted to sit back there and read, I was guaranteed to have somebody coming by going blah, 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 about something. And when the fence wasn't up here, we had people coming through like 12:30, 1 o'clock at night with a flashlight outside of my window, just kind of checking the ground for whatever their little meth head mind could find. So yeah, I did kind of start really bitching about it, and I got a fence up with when North Stevens was here and had an on-site apartment manager, and it cut down on some of the things that were going on around here too. But then as soon as this new company came in, they ripped that fence out. Not only ripped that fence out, ripped out a multiple amount of the bushes that had been there originally to deter people from crossing through there. They then also cut the big tree down right in front of mine and several other people's apartments, because it's a three-story building, and that tree undoubtedly cut down a lot of heat on people during the summer. Even with my submerged apartment, I definitely noticed an increase in the heat last summer after the tree had been taken down. And it was a beautiful tree. I mean, gorgeous tree. I think I've been here for years. I have no idea why they cut it down. They didn't need to. And since then, the property managers have just disappeared more and more and more from this location. The reason I have been wearing the same Johnny Cash t-shirt for about the last 3 or 4 days is it was the last thing I had close to clean. Because people, I guess, in here right now, there are normally 5 washers and 5 dryers throughout the entire complex. And again, it's a small complex. But 5 dryers, 5 washers for the entire complex. From what I've picked up on, 2 of the washers and 1 of the dryers on the other building that's the same size as mine are done. They're not working. So, and I'm going to be absolutely honest, we have somebody here who is running a wash and fold business out of the apartment. Hands down. Because there will be times where a couple people are just going in and out of their apartment all day long, load after load after load after load. I'm not kidding. 2-3 days in a row, you will see these people doing laundry. Now you put on top of that, everybody else suddenly not being able to get to their regular laundry, and I literally have not been able to get to the laundromat that's in my building half a floor away for over 3 weeks. So things were getting ripe, and I was kind of getting pissed because, I mean, yes, there's a laundromat, but with everything else going on right now, the last thing I wanted to do was leave the complex for a while, leave the van, leave the apartment, basically, have to stop all of this just to clean laundry. But that's what happened today. As I said, I couldn't handle it anymore. I needed everything cleaned. And it was becoming very apparent that there was no way I was ever going to get in there. So I got everything done today. I got the blankets. I got everything. I'll tell you, everything is washed. So yeah, that's a happy note. But yeah, it was a little frustrating. And so it's just one more of those reasons why I'm really looking forward to just being out on the road and living my life and not having to, quite honestly, deal with people as much as I have been in this apartment complex. Because I'm sorry, but a lot of people are really freaking rude these days. They do not take half a second to think about what their actions are doing to other people. I have lost count of the amount of times we've had people just bam, 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 up and down the stairs. I am 6'2", and right now I think I've gotten back down to 225 pounds. I don't make a damn sound on those stairs when I walk up and down them, because I was raised to be aware of the people around me. People inside other apartments can hear you. Walking in front of people's windows is rude. Period. You know, and so yeah, I can't deny it. After a year and almost a half of everybody being far more locked down in here and just making it so obvious how much they do not give a good goddamn about anybody else, I am so ready to be on this road, and just when I don't want to see anybody, I won't see anybody. And when I do want to see somebody, cool, I'll see you for a little bit, and then I'm on my own again. So I don't have to hear you boom, 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 up the stairs. And I know that's kind of mean, but I'm seriously over it. How much does it really take to think about somebody before yourself? That's what this whole mask thing really showed us, is how many people in this country were just unable, unwilling to simply put somebody else before them. I don't give a good goddamn what else you throw at that wall to try and make it stick. That's what it came down to. Literally, we're incapable of putting somebody else's well-being in front of their own. That's it. And to all of you, seriously. And that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm not going to talk too long. We'll actually make this a shorter video and just stitch that one before of showing the van, and then obviously my little bit of bitching as to why I'm getting out of here on here, and then I'm done for the night, and I will talk to you all again tomorrow in a happier mood. It's just I've seen people just walking all over the place today. We just had somebody diving through our garbage all afternoon looking for shit. I mean, I'm so ready to be out of it. Take care, folks. Have a great day.